Hey there, so in this video I'm going to make some frameworks in real time. And frameworks are essentially pictures, drawings, graphics, anything that you would use to, basically take a more complex concept and make it easier to understand, for example. Something like that, something like this, whatever. And we want to do these for, four main situations. In our marketing, it will help us penetrate the mind of our target market faster than almost anything else. For presentations, sales presentations, proposals, any of that kind of stuff. You can use it for teaching our employees and just as like good kind of pseudo checklists or reminders for ourselves. And what I'm going to do in this video is I'm trying to make basically a digital product that has 30 different frameworks for lead generation. So these are the frameworks that I'm trying to make for the product. So I'm going to do a couple of these on video and kind of show you, what I might do or what I might try for this. So the fun thing or the funny thing here is we might have to kind of make a framework for our frameworks because certain few things have to be true. So one thing would have to be true for your framework. It should be able to stand alone with zero verbal or written explanation. So for a framework to be very effective, like something like this, it would have to be like, if you just put this on a website with no explanation or no like video of you talking about it, would it be able to be understood and stand alone, and would they get the value out of it? And like, that is something that I truly believe has to be one of the criteria there. It should take a complex concept and make it easy to understand for everyone. Not only would it be able to stand alone, but be easy to understand without thinking about it too much. Something of that nature. So we might add to this list as we go through, but I have just tons and tons and tons in here. And the thing about this is the more you do it, the easier it gets. So if this seems like, wow, this guy's drawing on here, it is possible for you as well. You just have to practice. So let's kind of get into it. Let's try to make some frameworks here. So I'm going to take this title here and I'm going to go, lead gen YouTube videos, because that is, kind of the YouTube one here. So there's a few different ways to make a framework and you kind of got to choose. In this case, it'd be simple enough just to make a checklist or something like this for all of them, but I'm trying to make this into a kind of interesting digital product type thing. So I might have to do a bit better than that. But let's go here. So let's get some squares going, because I want to do it something like this where I'm going to do like the first, because I don't want to type it in here. So I'm going to do something like, what is that? And this is Miro board, if you don't know what that is. So first 30 seconds of like the video. So first 30 seconds of the video, let's put it like this, something of that nature. Let's try to get this all in here. So let's highlight this maybe like that. So in the first 30 seconds, let's make the outline a bit more, because we want to have this like, this might even be a bit too big if we want it to stand alone. So let's go to the shapes again. Let's go to something like that. And let me actually go, I don't want to cheat and kind of use frameworks that I've already made just because, I'm trying to show you how easy it is kind of thing. And that I would consider that to be a little bit cheating. So let's go to more apps. Let's go to icons. Let's go to number 1. What should we do here? Anyways, so let's go into it like this. So the first thing, does the title give a reason to click? We'd have to maybe make that something like that. So let's give it that kind of background. Let's do it like that. And let's copy and paste this. Does the thumbnail give a reason to click? Do you tell them the end result of the video in the first sentence? Let's make these 64 just so they are something easier to read. Do you give them a reason to watch the rest of the video? So let's see here. Let's just keep going. Let's center this. Let's make this maybe a white background. Something like that. And let's go to the shape, and we're going to make a circle here. Try to make it perfectly circular. It's just one of those things. What is this? That's not perfectly circular. That looks like it's perfectly circular. Let's make that a, no, not like that, but let's make it a white background and then go number 1. So that's too big. We'll take the dot away. So 1, and then we'll go 2, and then we'll go 3. Oops, 3, not 2 again. And then we'll go 4, and it's kind of, let's just try to line them all up like that. So that might be like the first 30 seconds of your YouTube video, you know, kind of with the title, with the thumbnail as well. So what I mean, and this is like the challenge with making frameworks, is you know what you mean, where someone who kind of doesn't know what you mean, like it's just one of those things. So this one here, if I wanted to create $1 million business in 2024, here's what I do. I would say that gives them a reason to click in the title, and then the thumbnail, I think, does a decent job, could be better, but that's what I mean there. Do you tell them what the end result is? So at the very start of this video, if you go back, you know, I'm going to show you how to make frameworks type thing. Like that would be a scripted first second. And then do you give them a reason to watch? So an end result. So I kind of don't think I did that as I was recording this video, but let's keep going. And that's why we need our frameworks. So let's go the content of the video. The video, or the content. And let's, yeah, we'll do something like that. So let's do the same thing here, but we'll use different colors because we want it to appear different. We'll go maybe like that. So is the video useful or actionable? Very important. What could be another thing for YouTube? What could be another thing for YouTube? And we're going to, as I think, because I like to make these videos like live with no real script behind it, just to show you, because anybody can make a edited pre-made YouTube video and show you how it works. But the real, you know, the real value is seeing how it does when you're creating it, in my opinion anyway. And, you know, this is my channel, so I guess my opinion is the most important opinion around here. So the packaging, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to end up calling it that, but we're going to call it that for now. Is your lead magnet in the first line of the description? Very important. Is your lead magnet in the pinned comment? We're going to put generating leads here rather. Do you show, or I don't know. We're going to leave it at that for now, and then we're going to come back to that, because this is actually how you make real stuff in the real world. You don't, you know, spend 3 hours making the video and then show people how you did it in 5 seconds, because it doesn't really work like that. But this is like a real framework that, you know, someone could actually use. I wouldn't say it stands alone right now, but I think it's well on its way to standing alone. So lead gen YouTube videos, let's maybe tighten this up a little bit just because we want to, if this is going on like a page in a document, for example, we kind of want it to be, wouldn't say, we're going to be too restrictive, but we want to take up as little space as possible, right? So let me show you. So we might, copy it like this, and then in a document, like that's what it would look like type thing. Just saving as much space as we could, not really, yeah. Again, not being super annoying about it or like a stickler about it, but let's be smart. Is there an exact plan for them to take? Is there an exact plan they can execute within 24 hours of watching? So that's a pretty good one. The content, is this, so I might actually move this over here. I might move this over here. Would you honestly pay $50 to watch this video? If you, like, that's a pretty good check. If you would say no, then it's kind of a matter of, it's kind of like a matter of, it's not valuable enough. Do you actually focus, or do you focus on teaching them something is a good one. So again, this is a live video. I might fix this up later, but this is, I'd say, pretty good. Pretty good. At the risk of, tooting my own horn here. So let's make sure they're all lined up. Oops. And this is Miro board. You get used to it. If you think you could never do something like this, not that it's extremely complicated, just you get used to it. You'll be fine. What color was this? So this was, okay, down there. Let's do that. Let's do that. Doesn't look aligned there, does it? There we go. So do you have a short sales letter in the description? Like about your offer? Do you have an email flow attached to your lead magnet form? Again, I might change these, but I just kind of want to get something there. And I think this is, again, at the risk of tooting my own horn, like I would consider this to be pretty darn good as a framework. So what I would do is I would send this to a few people, and I'm going to be doing that. It's not theory here. Like I'm actually going to be doing that and saying like, is this easy to understand? Would this lead to an effective YouTube video? And it's kind of the, can this stand alone? If you were going to do this, would you be able to make pretty good lead gen YouTube videos like based off it? And I don't know if I would have the word lead gen at the top. And what you can also do, like, is something like, oh, that's wild. That is a wild glitch. So let's go back down here. Not like that, transparent. And I think like there's no rules for this stuff. No one's going to fine you, right? Or do anything to you. It's just, you want it to stand alone without as much, like as little help as possible. But if you own an agency or B2B business, follow this YouTube framework to create videos that generate leads and help you get clients for your business. Like something like that. And maybe we'll make it look a little better, but something like this. And then if we copy it, something like that. I think it's a pretty good framework, I'm not going to lie. So it's just one of those things where the framework is going to help you, like, kind of, spelling error. It's going to do so much for you in terms of authority, in terms of, you know, penetrating the mind of your target market. Sounds kind of creepy when you say it like that, but that is what you be doing and what the purpose is. It's just such a good skill to have that, you know, for the amount of time it's taken, 15 minutes on a YouTube video, like so far is what you're watching, like you're really just going to, almost nothing is going to have a higher ROI. Let's just put it that way. So I think this is going to be good for the YouTube one, and I'm going to put that in the document here. So YouTube, oops, there we go. Oops, I need to copy and paste it and fix that typo again. So let's put it like that. So the next one is going to be a tweet. So a Twitter post. And I'm going to do this Twitter post, maybe one more, and then I might just end the video there. So let's maybe do the same, kind of the same stuff. So let's take the title and let's go, you know, Twitter post. But, you know, I wouldn't say that there's going to be as much needed for that. So what I might do is something like at the top, I might have a square like that. And then at the bottom, so the top one would be the framework. Let's go framework, and I'll just put my screen over a little bit, just so we might do something like this. And then we might do like an example in the bottom one. So framework and example, the best of both worlds. Who would not want both, right? Right. You should always be agreeing with me. This is my YouTube channel, whatever I say. So let's just do it here. So the framework, the question number one, if we're gonna, let's do that, but let's make these diamonds this time, you know, because I'll just make them diamonds, and I'm not going to elaborate further on this. We're just going to make them diamonds this time. Don't ask me for any elaboration. Thank you. So we need to make the diamonds perfectly symmetrical. Symmetrical? Yeah, we're going to go with symmetrical. So is this useful? Can they apply within 24 hours? Did you attach an image to it? Is this useful? Let's maybe, let's get those numbers back. But we want to make these numbers square. No, we want to make them circular. No, we'll just leave it. So can they apply it within 24 hours? Did you attach an image to it? Would you pay $5 to read this tweet? Let's shorten these a bit. They don't need to be that big on further examination. So how big was this one? 1,535. There we go. So did you attach an image to it? Not and. Let's make these different colors just to signify they're different things. What would be maybe a nice blue? There we go. Yeah, well, a nice blue. So let's go to an example, and we'll go to my Twitter here. Let's find one of my tweets that did well. So example, maybe we'll upload. Might have to do something like this. Is this useful? Check. Would you pay $5? I don't know. Did I attach an image? I did not, so this is a kind of awkward for this framework, but did I attach an image? What could I do? Maybe I'll have to cook up a tweet. So let's go back. I have to cook up a tweet to prove my own point. Classic, because I'm not following my own advice here, it would seem, even though I just made this framework up on the spot. So let's go find my actual good tweets instead of scrolling through it. So let's go by bookmarks. Here's a, yeah, I like this one better. So let's go back here. I like that one better. That's more, I would say more actionable within 24 hours. Example. So maybe we'll get something like useful. Apply within 24 hours. So let's see, is it useful? I would say it is. Maybe we'll get a green check mark type thing. Kind of going, I don't know where I'm going with this video, to be honest, but hopefully the video passes this test. And I'm going to have to make an image to go with it. So to prove my own point, I'm going to find some images like this. And I'm just going to copy it because I don't need this video to be 2 hours long. So B2B assets to create before 2024 is over. I'm going to put for this one, like, is this shareable more so than does it have an image attached? I think that makes a lot more sense because, and I think that's easy to understand too. Is this shareable? Would people, is this something you'd screenshot or save? That might be a decent way to think of it as well. Is this something you'd screenshot? Is this something you'd bookmark? Maybe something like that. Because in some ways, like, I fear with the framework I have here that, like, some of these things kind of a little bit. Can they apply this to their business? B2B Twitter posts. Is reading this tweet worth $5 to them? I think so many options for how to do it, but let's pretend that this is our framework, and I think it's not so bad, to be honest, or I don't know what I would do. We're just going to go with that for now. And this is like part of the fun, you know? If it was easy to come up with great frameworks, everybody would do it and everybody would be rich. So this is a skill that takes practice, but it's going to really pay off for you if you get it right. So in that case, or in that, looking at it through that lens, it's something that you really would want to be doing. So let's put this stuff on here still. Let's put the numbers on, because why not? It looks corny. We're gonna not put the numbers on it. So I think it's a pretty good one. Apply. Applicable to their business. Bookmarkable. A $5 test. I think it's pretty good. But with that being said, I'm going to end the video there. And I hope you found this useful, and I'll see you in the next one.